loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So today I am building what I like to call the Prism Lounge and Restaurant. I decided to build this in Windenburg because I feel like Windenburg is a neighborhood with a lot of nightlife and just exciting things going on. Kind of like a hodgepodge of cultures and things of that sort. So I thought this will be a perfect place for a nightclub that's kind of more on the edgier side, that really is bold and make a statement. Technically this is listed as a restaurant because I don't know, I wanted the option to own the venue and actually manage it and hire staff and things like that, and you just can't do that with the regular lounge or club lots in The Sims 4. So yes, technically a restaurant, but I am going to run it as a lounge. I'm going to in-game probably just play it during certain times of the day, maybe like 7 until 2 or 3 a.m. That way it's less likely for families to bring children there. And I don't know, it's just more of the night scene. So yeah, I hope you all will enjoy this. For this build, my main focus was to make it really strong, really geometric looking, really just bold and edgy. So I wanted to just go for like this black pyramid. Why? I don't know. I had a couple of songs in my head when I was originally building this. Frank Ocean's Pyramid. Love that song for some reason. And also Champagne Life by Neo. So I wanted to kind of, I don't know, kind of tie in the whole edgy with the more, I guess, upscale type feel of those two songs, and I really like how it came out. It took me quite a while to get to the point where I was satisfied with this build, but in the end I think everything came together very well. Originally I was going to put this on the lot in San Myshuno where Honey Planet, oh gosh, please excuse me, I have a cold. I'm trying to work through it and do some decent commentary, so I do apologize. But originally I was going to build this in San Myshuno where Planet Honey Pop is, because I felt like that area in the fashion district always brings in a like a various crowd of people, if that makes sense, and especially with the you know, the plethora of different events that are held on the lot next to Planet I can't talk today. Next to Planet Honey Pop. I just felt like that was a great location to draw in like a, you know, youthful hip crowd. But I just felt like that space was too small, and the lot is a rectangle, which didn't make it ideal to build a pyramid. So I scoured the different lots in the different neighborhoods and decided that this lot in Windenburg would be the best. It's on a 30 by 30 lot. It's originally the gym. But yeah, I just love how everything came out. So I went through several names in my head before I decided on Prism. Fun fact, I don't like officially decide on the names of the venues that I'm building until it's time for me to save the build during editing. I don't know why it works like that. I usually kind of mind map and try to get a lot of different ideas and concepts and features together to kind of decide what the name is going to be ahead of time. But it seems like lately it doesn't all come together until I'm editing and I'm forced to name the file. So yes, that's where I am with this. I love it. I felt like it's perfect with all of the different colors and the glass dance floors, which you can also change colors. I think there's really only 3 colors that you can vary between with the dance floors. It's like a blue, a purple, and an orange. I eventually go with the orange for this build. I just felt like it was so majestic and royal and just, I don't know, it just felt like the right vibe for this building. and I just love how everything came together. So now we are at the bar. I like how it wraps around. It can accommodate a lot of people at once, and it's actually like 2 bars from the clubs and the different lounges that I've been to. They usually have a space, like a large bar space, where 2 or more bartenders can serve guests simultaneously, and I knew that's something that I definitely wanted to include with this, and that connects to the kitchen. I do like the fact that this is technically a restaurant, not only for the staffing, but just so you can customize the menu and customize the different uniforms and just really create an atmosphere for your Sims, I guess, outing experience. Yeah, you can really you know, just create a nice vibe for your Sims, you know, them going on a night out on the town, whether they're by themselves or with friends or on a hot date. So yeah, building the chef's kitchen. Now there are 2 chef stations in here. The type of food that I would imagine cooking is more so like on the bar or the lounge food, you know, not too fancy, but not like dive or diner food. So yeah, building the kitchen was a little bit of a challenge because it's kind of like in an awkward corner, but I felt like that was the best space for it, and I was really lucky that I didn't build all the way out to the edge, which I have a tendency on doing sometimes, but not building out to the edge gave me more room to expand, which I ended up needing to do. This lot includes a chef's kitchen, as you can see, a full bar, 4, I guess, dining pods is what I would call them, but there's several tables in each pod, 4 in each, so 16 dining tables in total. There is a bubble blowing room, and there's also a VIP section at the far end of the club, and a DJ area. And then there's a bathroom as well. I don't think I stayed too much in the bathroom, but I really like how it came out. I really wanted the walls and the floor to kind of be dark and just kind of moody. And I wanted the color to pretty much come from the lights. So I felt like it just, I don't know, it's a certain ambiance that a dark room with, you know, low intensity lights just gives. I don't know, it just makes it feel, I don't know, it just makes it feel I don't even know what word I'm trying to go for. It just gives it a nice mood, I guess. I've studied color theory in college, and just kind of like when you're dining, if you notice that if they want you to be in more of a relaxed mood, they will dim the lighting, and if they want you to be in a more upbeat mood, like somewhere like a salad bar, the lighting is really bright. So maybe next time you go out, you would notice those little cues, and they really have an effect on what you feel about your dining experience, because it's triggering those subconscious sensors that are just beyond sight. I know what I'm saying, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to combat this cold and just really get through it and not let it really affect me. But anyway, back to the build. I love the orange and black. Well, I guess you could call it black, but it's more of like a dark brown. I was worried at first that this would come off looking too much like Halloween. But no, in the end, I think it just kind of... Sorry, that is my phone that I thought I put on silent. Anyway, excuse that. But yeah, I really like how the orange and the brown went together. I feel like those dark colors are masculine, but at the same time not too masculine where it will make a woman feel uncomfortable being here. So in the bathroom, it's pretty much the same on both sides. The lady side has one additional stall because ladies tend to take a little bit longer when using the bathroom, and yeah, I just felt like it was necessary for ladies to have an extra stall. I hopped back to the front here, just doing a little bit of wall coverings on the exterior, trying to make it match as best as possible to the roof, and adding up a little half wall to make everything feel a little bit more polished and put together. Going back downstairs, and just kind of decided how I'm going to have the bathrooms. I feel like it needs to be some sort of like decor going on with the bathroom. I feel like it just can't be bathroom. You know, I feel like that's just not enough. It feels kind of icky. So I decided to put VIP back there, but to make the space feel a little bit more separate, I used those wall dividers from the Dine Out pack. I would say the most important packs to have with this build is definitely Dine Out, so you can have this function as a working quote lounge but restaurant. Also, I used a lot of items from, well, I wouldn't say a whole lot, but I definitely used items from City Living with the DJ area, and the logo or the branding that I came up with the club. I believe all of those pieces are from the Spa Day pack, and also the majority of the floor and wall paneling is also from Spa Day. So I would say those are probably the 3 most important packs to have with this game. You can still get away with it as a lounge. You just won't be able to control it from a operational standpoint. So I feel like, you know, the Dine Out pack is essential. I'm using those hanging lights that came with the, I believe it is the Perfect Patio stuff pack. See, I always get Perfect Patio and Backyard confused. But one of the outdoor packs tells where those lights came from, and I got inspired by a couple of pictures on Google and Pinterest where it's like this huge hanging light fixture from the ceiling, and it's just like a bunch of different bulbs, and it's so beautiful when they all come together. And technically that space is 2 rooms, I guess it's because of how I built it. And when I went to set the color and intensity of those lights, when I was like play testing some things, I noticed that, and I thought it was really cool to do like the back lights like a darker orange and the front lights a more golden color. So yeah, that is a nice ombre effect. Back down in VIP, I added a little velvet ropes, which I believe is just in base game, and some of those VIP champagne bottles that are also base game, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that is pretty much the logo I came up with for this. I went to school for graphic design, so for me in this particular build, branding was very important. I created that little logo, if you will, in several parts of this build, just to make it feel more authentic. From the bars, or I guess more so lounges and clubs that I've been to, they're really focused on their branding because they do a lot of promotional work, you know. So it was very important for me to have something like that in this build. Kind of mirroring what I did earlier with the hanging lights, but I added some of those long icicle like lights that come with the Spa Day stuff pack. So yeah, I love how this all turned out. I just feel like this is somewhere that I would like to go to in real life. And I actually had fun with this build. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but I stopped several times to play test some things. Spoiler alert, I did not play test the bubble blowing room. I'm sorry, you guys. I forgot to. That was the very last room that I actually did, and by that point I was ready to just go ahead and wrap it up so I could go ahead and get this video out to you guys. So I didn't play test it. Everything should work, but if not, it's an easy fix. You just probably need to take one of the stations or the tables out, and it should work just fine. But we'll get to that a little bit later on. And I thought it was perfect that that vector case, if you will, came in orange. I felt like it really tied that bar area into the rest of the lounge. I used a couple of these spiral lights that came with Spa Day, as well as the hanging light that came with cats and dogs. And you'll see what I do in a second. Basically, the lights that came with cats and dogs, I have them sized down, so it's kind of like a descending type of look. You'll see a little bit later on. If you didn't catch it before, you'll see it in the screenshots. I used these stereos that came with the base game, if I'm not mistaken, and I stacked them up against each other to make it look like just really tall and loud speakers around the PJ area. Just going through here, color matching everything, making sure everything just kind of looks nice and cohesive. And like I said, I didn't feel right just having it just bathroom. I had to beautify it a little bit, so I used a lot of these different plants from various packs. I would say most of them came with either Dine Out or Spa Day, and I made sure that all of the pots were similar in color, so it looks more uniform. And I'm using this divider bush that came with Perfect Patio stuff pack. And yeah, it's just really all coming together at this point. I like those little vertical lights. I think they came from City Living, and I actually got the idea to use them from Planet Honey Pop. When I looked at it, I was thinking I really love those lights. I used that and another light that came with City Living in the bathroom, and I just felt like it really tied everything together. So how are you guys doing today? This is one of my first times actually really trying to get a full video of commentary out. It's a lot of work talking, especially right now in my predicament with this cold that I have, but I'm trying to work it out, and I'm really enjoying myself. So I hope you guys are enjoying more of me talking. And again, I do apologize for my cold. It started like a couple of days ago, and it's just been getting worse and worse every single day. But I'm really trying to tough it out. In the bathroom, I think I mainly use things from the Spa Day pack, as far as the paneling on the walls and even the floor, maybe. I think the floor is either Spa Day or base game. And yeah, just adding in a couple of touches. Those doors that came with Spa Day, and that's the lamp I was telling you guys about that came with City Living. And it's also in the Planet Honey Pop. I feel like it gives just the right amount of illumination in those bathrooms without it being too overbearing. Yeah, back to the kitchen, just adding in some tile work here, just something really generic, the white squared tiles. I just felt like it was most appropriate for a chef's kitchen, you know, just something kind of sterile looking, very sterile. And just adding in a couple of touches here. I like the little cutting board that came with the Cool Kitchen Stuff pack, but it's not, like I said, absolutely essential for that pack. Like, it's really just for a couple of accents here and there, not really for function. So I've been thinking about doing a club series. And if you guys are familiar with my Modern Monday series, I'm so sorry I haven't had any videos lately with that. I've built 2 houses, and for some reason both of those videos have been very, very choppy, like to the point where it's unwatchable. It's that bad. Like, it will stay in one spot for like 10 seconds and then jump forward to a place that doesn't even make sense. So I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to either rebuild them or just do more builds. Of course I don't think it's the build itself, but it's just a shame that for 2 weeks in a row, basically just due to the quality of the video, I couldn't get that out to you guys, so I'm so sorry. I was looking at traditional, I guess, bubble blowing rooms. In real life, it will be considered, I guess, hookah rooms, and they look more like what I've done so far, but the Sims can't actually use the bubble blowing machine, so I had to change it up a little bit, but I really like how it turned out. It allowed for more spaces in there, and ultimately more Sims to get in there to show themselves. Like, again, like I said, I did not play test that room. I'm so sorry. I hope it works, but if not, it is a easy fix to just go in and shift some things around. Again, with the branding, just making sure everything looks cohesive through the club and really emphasizing what this club is all about in their logo. But I've learned, I'm not sure if it's necessarily by the pack or by the appliance, but in my restaurants, I just go ahead and put the appliance needed to make certain things that I want to have in the restaurant just in case. So I was thinking, a lot of bars or lounges have like coffee and espressos and things like that, so I really wanted the espresso machine in there. And here I am back in the bubble blowing room, and it looks like it'll work. I don't see why it shouldn't with this layout, but if it doesn't, again, I'm so sorry. I really wanted the room to be gold. I just felt like it was just so royal, and so I don't know, it's just a certain vibe that I wanted to go for. Going back outside, just adding a couple of trees and greenery that is indigenous to this neighborhood, just trying to make everything look like it belongs here, you know. I don't want to have palm trees in a place with no palm trees, you know what I mean? And I'm picking out a billboard. I believe this billboard came with the City Living Pack. And, you know, just a lot of these places have like advertisements and things like that. And this is the point when I realized that the building was actually facing the wrong way for pictures on the gallery. Yes, I did like the original orientation because you can, it's like a better view. But it makes sense, you know, since we don't have cars and things like that. For instance, your Sims, quote, Uber, and drop them off. You would have to drop them off in the street and not on the sidewalk. So it makes sense that the lot is facing this way. And I'm just adding a couple of bushes and things like that to the front just to make the place feel more complete. I'm not the business when it comes to landscaping. I'm not the best, but I try to do a little something every now and again. And I'm adding these lights to the outside just to accentuate the shape of the pyramid. And I think it all came together very, very nicely for MC. So myself, adding a couple more of those hedges around the edges just to kind of hide the fact that, you know, that the wall covering of the main part of the building doesn't exactly match the foundation. I do find the foundation that's a little bit darker, but, you know, again, it's not exact. So just trying to cover that up as much as possible. And here I am now, just adding this little sphere here. I don't know why, but I really like the way it came out, and it has a little, it has a water jet that emits water, of course. But you know, you can change the color of that to really convey the mood. So I was thinking maybe one night it'll be orange, one night it'll be blue, one night it'll be purple, and I can change all the lights on the inside to match, you know, corresponding to the water spouting at the front, just to make a nice little cute theme and play on the word prism, and just to bring out all of those different colors to make it a more fun and exciting experience. So yeah, I don't do much with this entryway, and that light that I just put up, it eventually goes. When I was play testing it, it was so annoying. My Sims could not get out of the club. It was absolutely frustrating. And, you know, I got rid of a lot of things before I realized, oh, it's the light fixture. So anyway, I'm adding this awning that came with Get Together. You might want Get Together too, just to to even get the world of Windenburg. I forgot to include that, sorry. So yeah, this came with Windenburg, and I felt like it was absolutely stunning. It was just the thing I need to really make the entryway feel a little bit more formal and finished. And I add a pitched roof on the part that is connecting the pyramid to the front of the stairs in the building. So yeah, it just felt like it made it look a lot more finished, a lot more polished, and a lot more, I don't know, sleek and professional. And yeah, I just really love how everything came together. I had so much fun with this build, and yeah, we're jumping into the screenshots. Front view of the building. It looks so intimidating, kind of, because it's like just this pyramid, but at the same time, it looks intriguing to me, and I had so much fun making this build. And those are the lights that I was telling you I was inspired by, and that's a view of downstairs from upstairs. See, those are the lights that I was talking about. I love that angle that is coming from. I just love mixing and matching different things to make one new thing, if that makes sense. I had so much fun building this. I love how everything came together. I love all of the colors. I like, you know, just the mood of this whole build. I just had so much fun. I can't wait to play more with this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it too. Let me know what you think about this, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me talking the whole time, and if so, I would definitely try my best to do more of that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I just thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, which will be down in the description bar below, and this will also be available for download on the gallery if you want to put this in your game. The best way to check out this build is to download for yourself and take a peek around. Let me know if you do, and yeah, I'm gonna hop off now because I'm just rambling. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.